Alright everyone, it's time for the first of a number of videos I'm going to make for sort of the end of the decade, and this is on Bitchute and its fundraising goals actually. For the first time, I have decided to contribute to one of these projects. I've become a silver supporter on Bitchute. I would have become a gold supporter, except I'm a little bit superstitious with regards to precious metals. I'm not even joking, I won't wear gold, I wear silver, as you may have noticed. I don't like gold. I find it a corrupting element, and I find silver purifying for my own occult purposes, so yeah, just call me weird if you want to do that, that's fine. Anyway, I've decided to start monetarily supporting Bitchute. Now, the reason that I generally have held off on this, I'll try to explain. I realize that because I take crowdfunding, people are donating money to me, but they may not use Bitchute. They may not like Bitchute or something like that. They may look askance to the fact that I'm giving them, therefore, money. They may feel like, well, some of my money, a couple pennies a month, is going towards this service. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with that. And I've always tried to keep that in mind, because it's like if I were contributing to someone and then they started giving a bunch of money to something that I totally disagreed with, I'd give them the fisheye. I'd be like raising my eyebrow a little bit about that and be like, well, this kind of pisses me off. I probably wouldn't rescind my support, but I'd be upset maybe about it, just to a little bit of a degree, and I don't want to do that. But here's the thing. Here's why I finally decided to support them. Out of principle, I'm asking other people to support them, so it makes sense, number one. Number two, people who are donating to me, if you're on Patreon, Subscribestar, wherever, you like the content. I'm a content creator. I doubt that you're doing it just because you like me as a fun guy, because you probably don't know me in real life. You like the content that I create. I can no longer be assured, just on YouTube and other mainline platforms, that a year from now my content will be discoverable. It's already algorithmically demoted. It's increasingly algorithmically demoted. The first step was the priority creators' authoritative news sources. And it's gone from there. I have been buried by CNN and Fox News in the search results for current events because YouTube has decided that only mainstream corporate networks are going to be allowed in the top couple pages of search for anything that's current events, breaking news, live streams, anything like that. I am considerably less discoverable than I was before I had 100,000 subscribers. The tragic irony is that more people could find out about me and my work 2 years ago than can find out about me now, despite the fact that my platform has more than doubled in size. So it makes sense to fund an alternative in which that's not the case. I am the largest creator on Bitchute by subscriber count. I've got millions and millions of views there. It is now a viable platform, and also, and there is a link in the description of both this video and in the comments, a pinned comment if you're on YouTube. I'll put a comment on Dailymotion, everything as well. Bitchute is now funded well enough that it's going to be able to expand. That is, it's reached one of its first fundraising goals. Edward Cullen, Computing Forever, and myself made videos on this topic, and thousands of dollars a month now are rushing in. It now has more money than it needs just for its basic infrastructure. I am asking you to support them, but even more than that, I've got an idea. It's increasingly clear to me that the weak point of alt tech is organization. Literally just organizing and compiling people together and getting things accomplished by saying, hey, because it tends to be so decentralized and decentralization driven and organic and grassroots, it lacks a central focal point to organize it. I am calling on people. Find other large creators on Bitchute. Tens of thousands of you that'll watch this have a Bitchute account as well. Fucking talk to some of these other big creators and get them to do what a lot of people are reluctant to do, which is occasionally talk about the fact that you have a Bitchute account. You'll gain subscribers there. It's in their benefit. Drag these creators kicking and screaming into the modern decade, into the 20s. Dude, that's so 2010s to not talk about this sort of stuff. That may have flown 10 years ago. 10 years ago, if you never gave shout-outs and you never talked about your other platforms, it didn't matter because the internet hadn't hit critical mass and neither had these mainline sites. YouTube had plenty of room for expansion. It doesn't anymore. We've got to have a new home that actually respects the concept of free speech. Bitchute can be that platform, but it does require funding. In the early stages, these sites require crowdfunding or corporate funding. Bitchute has decided not to take corporate teat, which I think is a good idea. Talk to these creators. Some of the larger names. I'm not going to even name names. I'm not trying to put shade on anyone. You know who they are. You go on Bitchute and you look around and you can find which large creators have a channel. Many of them don't even put their Bitchute channel in the description of their YouTube videos where they've got their main audience. Many of them don't have them on their Facebook fan page. Most of them don't habitually mention the fact that they're on these platforms. No shit, they're not growing as fast as they could. This is a problem. These people have the power. Look, if me and Edward Cullen, two significant creators, in the course of 48 hours can increase the income of Bitchute as much as we did, just by making YouTube videos on the topic, hey, they're having a fundraiser, you can consider supporting them on Subscribestar. Just think if a couple dozen more, Bitchute would be fully funded. If you want Metacure's live streams, if you want, the Bitchute's search function to be better, an app and all of these other things, that requires money. You have to have people to develop these things and maintain them. Bitchute, therefore, if it gets to that critical mass, will have access to increased technology. It'll speed up the increase of that technology. It'll be a better site, more viable and more competitive, therefore grow more. The return is enormous. The return on investment from what I've already done, which is a few dozen times, I've mentioned, hey, I'm on Bitchute, I've got Bitchute exclusives now and stuff. The return on the investment of a little bit of my time and effort and now money has been enormous. I have no doubt whatsoever that if it weren't for my additional discoverability on the alt tech sites I'm using, I'd be shrinking on the mainline sites where I'm algorithmically demoted. With the exception, ironically, of Facebook, where I appear to be clear and fine, and nobody has a problem with me. It's with Zuckerberg at this point has more respect for my work than Dorsey and Susan do, ironically speaking. Here I am, I'm sitting on the precipice of 400,000 subscribers for fucking half a year almost at this point, crawling ahead on YouTube, putting in considerable effort and also investments of time, investments of money, and potentially $10 a month to have full access to everything on Bitchute and contribute a little bit towards its continued success. Dude, if everyone active on the platform gave $1 a month, it would be solvent immediately. That's the funny part. So I'm willing to pull 10 times my weight because I believe in such things. So again, I'm funding Bitchute through Subscribestar. You can do the same. I would ask my fans to do so, potentially. But even more than that, try to get other major creators to shout it out, because it doesn't matter if clankers know about Bitchute. It doesn't matter if clankers are helping to fund it. The idea that my audience alone is capable of fully funding Bitchute, it's not going to happen. It's the law of 20%. 20% of your fan base is really engaged with what you're doing on a regular basis, especially if you've diversified as I have and you cover multiple genres. It's probably less than that. It's probably closer to 15% actually, I'd calculate. That being said, if all of the people watching my content and all the people watching InfoWars and all the people watching Medicare and all the people watching Matt and Blonde and all the people watching, the list goes on, Timcast and H.J. Goodman, if all of us came together at once for a Bitchute push or something like that, an end-of-decade push for alt tech, yeah, it would work. It'd be fully funded. You know that it would. It's already jumped up massively in only 48 hours, I would say. Having a site in which I have a fiscal stake as well is of import to me. It makes me feel more confident about my future on the platform. I don't worry about getting banned off YouTube. For those of you who like the videos, you don't have to worry. I don't think that's going to happen. But you will find that my material over time has become less discoverable. Fewer notifications. You see me a lot less often in your related videos for a reason. When you watch my videos, it's a wall of Fox News. I compete with Fox News. I have to deal with the motherfuckers being in my related videos on a constant basis because Susan decided that they were a trustworthy source of news. Oh, what a laugh that gave me. CNN. Yeah, here's the latest BuzzFeed hit piece on content creators, served out to every content creator's related videos. It's also trending #1 in news for the last week, and it's up next. You watch your vegan channel about your vegan salami substitute, and then you get a wall of BuzzFeed or Vox or Salon. It's fucking stupid. And it's fucking insane as a business strategy, let me tell you too, because YouTube is managing to alienate people like myself. I'm a goddamn workhorse on the site. I was making 4 videos every single day. Look at the metrics involved with regards to viewership. There's still growth going on despite all of those levels of algorithmic manipulation and suppression. Most users who have been hit with that suppression are not growing. Most of them are shrinking. The fact that I work hard is the reason why the material is still growing. I'm under no illusion whatsoever. The number of new people that encounter my material is fantastically small and yet still able to keep pace and in fact make a little bit of headway. But I'm not guaranteed that that's going to be the case next week. I no longer have full faith in YouTube to carry me as a platform, so I'm investing openly in Bitchute. Yes, absolutely I am. There's no reason not to. And these people, why can't you even just fucking put the link in the descriptions of your videos sometimes? Make a dedicated video. Hey, I'm on Bitchute too. You gain thousands of subscribers potentially. And by the way, here's their fundraiser. You can participate with it. They use Subscribestar. It's a great service. Half of you people use Subscribestar to fundraise anyway. I don't know if they have a new project page. I'll have to talk to Ray about that, see if they can get on there as well. I mean, crypto obviously isn't going to do it. You can donate Bitcoin and Ethereum to them, but I mean, as I pointed out, only about 1% of any given user base uses crypto for any transactionary purpose. Yeah, a lot of people hold crypto these days or maybe mine it, but the number of people that use it for transactions is lower because everything's taxed. Whether you're giving, receiving, or transferring, it's taxed. Everything's micro-taxed by whatever services you're using. You end up operating at a loss if you don't look at it just as a medium of exchange. But it's an inefficient one because it's directly taxed. As opposed to like a 7% sales tax, it's more like a 30% sales tax for some people. I mean, it's even dependent upon income because it's taxed the same way. It's asinine the way we handle crypto right now. Subscribestar helps plug that gap. They're willing for a larger cut to be a processor in that sense. It works. By the way, you should be using Subscribestar. All of you who take money on like Patreon and stuff, if you're not also using an alternative, again, you're one step from being banned if you just say something that a mainline tech firm doesn't like. It's not about being banned from talking. It's about other people not being able to hear you talk. You can talk all you want in a closed cement room with foot-thick walls. Nobody's going to hear you. There's the problem. So yeah, there's a link in the description. There's also going to be a pinned comment for those of you on YouTube. Talk to other creators. Get them involved. DM them. Comment at them. Bring this up. You need to do your part too. I'm doing everything I possibly can as a creator. I'm giving money. I'm giving time. I'm making exclusives. I'm giving ideas. I'm doing literally all I can with regards to alt tech. It would be impossible for me to formulate a way to do more unless I made my own tech firm, and I don't have the ability to do that. I don't have the investment, I certainly don't have the time, and I definitely don't have the technological finesse. These people do, but that still requires funding. So yeah, you can consider helping them out at your leisure. And again, I'm not trying to insult anyone and say, well, you better belly up to the bar. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want an alternative that is truly free speech based, and you want it to function better than it currently does, although the desktop experience for me is just fine for the most part, it has to be funded. At least short term, it requires considerable crowdfunding because other things have to be developed before they can be utilized. That's about all. Peace out.